Hi, I'm Greg Thomas, Managing Director of 375 Park Associates. Welcome to this week's edition of Insight at 375 Park, where we help businesses, buyers, investors, and deal makers stay ahead of M&A trends, financing shifts, and strategic risks. This week, we're focusing on 5 key themes. Now, first up, the rate cut debate and why it matters now. Next, why distressed is the new opportunity. The seller mindset in 2025. How CFOs are driving the growth agenda. And finally, the real made in the USA opportunity. So the rate cut debate, why it matters now. The calls for rate cuts are growing louder and for good reason. Trillions in U.S. government and commercial real estate debt need to be refinanced soon. Without lower rates, refinancing could turn catastrophic. What does it mean? Small businesses are feeling the pressure. Higher borrowing costs are limiting reinvestment, hiring, and growth. This isn't just a microeconomic debate, however. It's a top-of-funnel issue affecting deal volume, financing terms, and buyer confidence. If the Fed waits too long, we risk a credit crunch that hits Main Street and middle market deals the hardest. Our take, the Fed needs to act now. A timely rate cut won't just support Wall Street. It could help stabilize deal flow and unlock capital for productive deployment. So switching gears, why distressed is the new opportunity? As traditional deals get harder to finance, savvy buyers are shifting their focus to distressed assets. These deals often aren't bankable, but that's where the leverage lies. Buyers can negotiate better seller financing, reduce upfront cash needs, and improve post-close cash flow. It's a critical tactic, especially in sectors facing operational strain or capital flight. If you have the operational chops and are comfortable with the risk, distressed deals may offer better returns than healthy listings with inflated multiples. So now for sellers, let's talk about the seller mindset shift. Many sellers entering 2025 remain anchored to 2021 valuations, but reality is setting in. Buyers are pushing back harder on add-backs and seller assumptions. More deals are closing with structured earnouts, seller notes, and milestone-based payments. And if you want a top valuation, then you need to have clean financials and recurring revenue. If you're a seller, now's the time to prep. Normalize financials, separate owner expenses, and document key systems. Continuing with sellers, but looking a little bit more strategically, honing in on the CFOs, we've found that they are helping to drive the growth agenda in a lot of companies today. In today's environment, CFOs are more than financial stewards, they're growth architects. And what we're seeing is from cash flow forecasting to vendor negotiations, they're driving strategy. CFOs are leading the charge on reshoring, automation investment, and CapEx planning. And in exits, their prep work is often the difference between a premium and a discount. We're seeing a new CFO playbook, CFOs partnering directly with M&A teams, shaping deal strategy before LOIs are even signed. Putting it all together, let's talk about the real Made in USA opportunity. Tariff uncertainty and geopolitical risk are forcing businesses to rethink global supply chains. But moving production to the US isn't just about risk mitigation. It's also a brand strategy. Consumers care about local sourcing. It's a financing strategy. Government incentives and tax credits can offset higher labor costs. And it's a long-term resilient strategy. Simply put, shorter supply chains equals more control. Smart leaders are auditing supply chains now before the next wave of tariffs or disruptions hit. Well, that wraps up this week's Insight at 375 Park. Deal makers, this is not a year to sit on the sidelines. Rates, regulations, and risk dynamics are all in motion. But there is opportunity. for buyers, for sellers, and for operators who think strategically. If you're working on a deal, preparing for an exit, or looking to build a more resilient company, let's talk. At 375 Park Associates, we help clients navigate uncertainty with clarity and confidence. See you next week on Insight at 375 Park.